Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In this tutorial, we are going to understand the math operators and its various significance in JavaScript programming. So let's get straight into our project. Here, first of all, let's have a variable with a numeral value of 5. And we are going to have another variable, let it be 3. Now, if we say that var c equals to a plus b, in generally this thing will imply dot write c. Get back to our project and reload. We can see that here comes the result of this addition operation that we are seeing over here. That means this 5 plus 3 equals to 8, and that is what is being executed over here. In this particular case, we have declared it as a numeral, as a number directly, and that is why this addition operation is being carried out. But whenever it comes about retrieving values from some input HTML elements, it is practically being retrieved as a string, and then it has to be converted into numbers, and that is why we needed those additional operations over there. Okay, so now let's get back to our project. And similar to this addition operation, if we now use minus, and if we print that into our project, into our HTML browser, if we now reload, we can see that the difference is being executed over here, which is 2. That means 5 minus 3 equals to 2. In the same manner, if we now want to multiply here, always use an asterisk sign in case of carrying an order of multiplication. So now this variable c, it will contain a value which is a product due to the multiplication of these two variables, variable a and variable b. Press Ctrl S and get back to our project and reload, and we can see that here comes the operation, here comes the final result, which is 15. And in the same manner, if we want to have a division, that means 5 here will be now divided by 3. Now let's get back to our project, reload, and we can see that this is the exact value, 1.6666, and then it's being cut off with the nearest whole number that we have seen over here, 7. Now in case if we want to show our remainders, that means 5 by 3, the quotient will be 1, but there will be a remainder of 2, and that is what we are going to observe over here. And that is why we will be using a modulus operator. This percentage value, it actually executes a modulus operator. So if we now press Ctrl S and get back to our project, we can see that the remainder is 2. That means 5 divided by 3, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 2, and that is which is being executed over here. And in case if we place it as 21 and reload, we can see that there's no remainder. 21 is directly divisible by 3, and that is why there won't be any remainder, and that is what it is executing over here, which is 0. Now for say we are having a number over here, 21, which is stored against the variable a. We want to increase this number by 1 value, and that the safest value for it will be var a equals to a plus 1. Now if we just print this value, we can see that the value is 22 instead of 21 as we have written down over here. But this is the actual value with which a plus 1 is getting added to. And then the new value is getting stored against the same variable that we have used in our previous case. Now in this particular case, we can use another method with which there should be an increment by 1 to the value that has been assigned against our variable, and the final result will be shown into your web page. So in that particular case, we can safely conclude that a plus plus. Now if we press Ctrl S and get back to our project and reload, we can see that the exact same value is being executed over here. So in case of a plus 1 increment, we can see that there will be an increment to the value of the final result, and it will be assigned against the same variable that we have assigned, and it will be shown into your page. In the same procedure, if we place here minus minus, get back to our project and reload, we can see that the same thing will be observed over here, which is 20. Now what will happen if we want to increment our value by the number that we want to add to our variable? Or say if we want to increase our number by 10 or by 11. So if we place here this one and get back to our project and reload, we can see that a plus 11 has been added to this, as we can see over here. 21 plus 11 equals to 32. So in this particular case, we can observe that an 11 is being added to this previous value of 21, and then the final result of variable a is being assigned against 32, and the final result is getting observed into your HTML page. As we can see over here, it is executing a 32 value. In the same manner, if we want to subtract this value from our previous value that we have provided, all we need to do, we need to provide a minus sign. Get back to your project and reload, and you can see that 21 minus 11 equals to 10. In the same manner, if we want to have a multiplication to this of 3 times, then all we can do, we can place here a multiplication sign. Here it goes. Press Ctrl S, get back to your project, and you can see now that 21 into 3 equals to 63, and the new variable is now assigned to 63 and it is being executed over here. In the same manner, if we want a division to be carried out, and we can see that the division is now executed over here, the result is 7, and in that particular case, all we need to do, we need to provide this by sign over here. So this is the JavaScript math operator that we have learned from this tutorial. Hope you guys have liked this tutorial. If you really have liked this video, then do not hesitate to hit that red subscribe button down below. Hope to see you guys in our next tutorial. Till then, bye.